And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph. Darling. You got to talk a little bit more about pay yourself first, so that we get it into our heads and actually practice the principle, because this is one of the hardest things to put in our brain and to do something about, yet is probably the one thing that will make the biggest difference in what kind of life we have. Okay, so what do I mean by live on the rest? Basically, we got to understand that life is about priorities, and we've got to get our priorities straight. Now, what should our priorities be? We got to remember that our job and our responsibility as leaders, because that's what we're trying to become, is to increase our capacity first. We got to make ourselves more able to handle problems and to handle bigger problems than we've ever seen before. The thing is that when we become stronger, we're able to do things that we didn't believe we could do before, but that we now can. And that's exactly how it is with our capacity. In the future, we're going to have so much more capacity and ability to handle issues, to handle problems and challenges that we are not able to do right now. And it comes from us actually practicing discipline, practicing, increasing our capacity, going outside our comfort zones, and that's how we get that strength and capacity. So, in order to get that capacity, we've got to start at home. We've got to start with ourselves. Charity starts at home. And you've got to make sure that you're financially unstressed, so that you're able to focus on other people, you're able to focus on your family, you're able to give a lot of yourself. Because when you're able to give a lot of yourself, you return, you get 100 times return. That's what I'm saying. And if life's sole purpose is to experience true and pure joy, and we know that karma is real, that what we send out, we're going to get back. It's just how it is. What the good things we do towards others, they will send it back. And if they don't send it back, someone else will. If we understand that principle, that the more we invest in others, the more we're going to get or return, then we want to increase that ability to give to others. But it's not before we're focusing on ourselves for a short period of time and make sure that we have overview, make sure that we have capacity, make sure that we have strength. Because it is not required that we run faster than we have strength. We can't do that. We simply have to do our best. But our best is enough. And we've got to just accept that. And when you think about it, you want to be a man of integrity, you want to be a leader, you always think about other people in terms of, I need to keep my integrity intact, I need to pay them what I've promised. You will pay them, right? And you want to be motivated by your desire to pay other people in order to do it. Okay? You want to increase that motivation to pay other people, right? And if you're struggling financially, you won't be able to pay them anyway. So, what is the point of this video? The point is to pay yourself first. Remember? So, living on the rest means that if you've paid yourself first, that means that you will have a shortage of money for a season to pay for everything else. And that's okay. That's actually beautiful. That's actually how it's supposed to be. You want your creditors to scream at you to get their money. You're not going to back away. You're not going to say, oh, I'm not going to pay you at all. You're not going to run away from obligations. You're simply taking care of your future self right now. and doing what's going to make the most difference in your life, which is to pay yourself first and don't touch any of that money. At least for the period of time until you've achieved your goal of saving towards that specific thing, or investing towards until you've got that specific return, etc., etc. So, paying yourself first, critical. How much should you pay yourself first? That depends on your circumstance, but we recommend 10% of what you get in, and maybe that in the beginning is 1%. But you just have to do it consistently. If you can do it once a week, it's easier to build up a habit than if you do something once a month. If you do something once a day, it's easier to get that habit than doing it once a month. Doing it today is easier than doing it later. So when are you going to start? When are you going to start paying yourself first? Because I'm pretty sure that of my viewers right now, 90% of them have not started paying themselves first. Now, you know, if I'm wrong, write it down in the comment section and say, hey, I'm paying myself first, and I can be proud of you for doing that, and you can be proud of yourself. So, once you've paid yourself first, the 1% or 5% or 10% or whatever it is, then your job now is to live on the rest. And that's going to be difficult because you're going to have to increase your financial muscles. You're going to have to look for solutions to make more money now. That's going to be a huge blessing for you in the future because you're thinking now, how can I make more money? How can I meet my obligations? How can I pay for what I've already used or the things that I actually need and want? And then you become smarter and wiser because of it. That's what it means to live on the rest, right? And you know you have that stashed away money, and that increases and boosts your confidence that you just don't take no for an answer. You do good jobs, and you basically say no to jobs that you don't want because it's not going to provide long-term joy for you, the jobs that you take. It sets your life up for success by giving you the confidence to do the things that you want to do, but at the same time gives you confidence to just in general. It's amazing what it does when you have some stashed away money. Have you tried it? You should. So, again, living on the rest in terms of the food department would basically mean, well, we've got to find out how to make it cheaper. Suddenly I can't just buy something because I want it. I have to think about what are the costs. Should I pay for it now, or maybe I should buy it in a month's time? Like, you know, and in terms of your rent, maybe you discover that your rent is too much and you should probably move. You know, that's something that could be a wise move for you. Or if it's having a car, maybe it requires you to shut down your car, find other ways of traveling that are cheaper and that doesn't require you to have a car. Okay, having cars is probably, and I do agree with Mr. Money Mustache on this one, it's probably the thing that's going to drain your wallet the most if you're middle class. If you have 2 cars, oh my gosh. If you have 1 car, even that, okay? If you live in the city and you have public transportation available, yes, it's going to be tricky. Yes, it's going to be this and that. But you're saving money, you're investing for the future, and you're meeting your obligations and have integrity in the process. Right? So I recommend live on the rest. That should be a principle that you apply in your life. Prioritize yourself in the beginning. Put the mask on yourself, just like in the airplane. Make sure you pay yourself first, and don't do it once a month. Do it today. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling, and I'll see you again tomorrow.